My dog saved me from a burning house. Have you ever been so deep in sleep that you didn't hear the world screaming around you? That's exactly what happened to me the night my house caught fire. I was 19, living alone in a tiny rented house while my parents worked overseas. My only roommate was Max, a scrappy, three-legged rescue dog with one ear that flopped sideways and eyes full of quiet loyalty. He wasn't just a pet, he was my family. That night I'd had a long shift at the diner. Exhausted, I fell into bed around midnight, still in my uniform. The house was quiet except for Max's soft snores from the floor beside my bed. I remember thinking how peaceful it felt, and then I slept like the dead, but the house didn't stay quiet for long. At 2:17 a.m., according to the fire report, a faulty wire behind the fridge sparked a fire in the kitchen. Within minutes, smoke filled the hallway. The smoke alarm should have woken me, but it was old, and its battery had died weeks before. I never got around to replacing it. I wouldn't have known anything was wrong if not for Max. He started barking, sharp, urgent barks that ripped through my dreams. When I didn't wake up fast enough, he jumped onto the bed, limping slightly on his missing leg, and shoved his wet nose into my face. Still half asleep, I mumbled, "Not now, Max," and rolled over. But Max didn't stop. He grabbed the sleeve of my shirt in his teeth and tugged hard. Then he darted to the bedroom door, barking again, looking back at me like, "Come on." Something in his eyes made me sit up. That's when I smelled it. Smoke, thick, bitter, and wrong. I scrambled out of bed, heart pounding. The hallway was hazy. Coughing, I dropped low like they teach you in school. Stay under the smoke. Max stayed right beside me, limping but steady, leading the way like he knew the path better than I did. We made it to the front door, but the doorknob was hot, too hot to touch. Panic hit me like ice water. The kitchen was fully on fire now. I could see orange flickers under the door. The back door, blocked by shelves I'd stacked with old diner supplies. I was trapped. Max whined, then bolted toward the living room window, the one near the porch. It was small, but maybe, just maybe. I grabbed a lamp and smashed the glass. Cold night air rushed in, clearing the smoke for a second. I crawled through, slicing my arm on broken glass. But I didn't care. Max squeezed out right after me, his fur singed at the edges. We collapsed on the grass, gasping. Not 10 seconds later, the roof caved in with a roar. Fire trucks arrived minutes later. Firefighters said I wouldn't have made it another minute. The next morning, wrapped in a blanket with Max curled tightly against my side, a reporter asked me how I got out. "I didn't," I said, scratching behind Max's good ear. "He did. They called him a hero in the local paper. Someone even started a fundraiser for his vet bills. But to me, he was just Max, the goofy three-legged dog who limped when it rained and stole fries from my plate when I wasn't looking. But that night, he was more than that. He was my guardian, my alarm, my lifeline. I used to think I rescued him from the shelter. Now I know. Maybe he was meant to rescue me all along. So here's my question for you. Who or what has saved you when you didn't even know you were in danger? If this story reminded you of someone or some dog in your life, drop a comment below. And if you haven't checked your smoke alarm lately, go do it now. You never know whose bark might be your only warning.